Blender for beginners. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to add depth to your materials using the bump node. So we're going to start in the shading tab. Here I have my material output and my principal BSDF, which is what you start with. And then I have a color ramp going from the roughness and the color of my BSDF. And then I have my texture node, which is how I actually have this pattern on my object. And then I have a mapping and texture coordinate node to just help with the placement of my wave texture. So the first thing I'm going to do is navigate over here to the principal BSDF, and then I'm going to grab the normal and bring it down here, and I'm going to add a bump node. Once I add the bump node, I'm going to grab my height and bring it out here, and I'm going to add a color ramp. And then lastly, I'm going to grab the color of my wave texture or whatever texture you have, and I'm going to come and plug it into my color ramp. So now, as you can see, all of my textures are connected. And this is looking a bit too much, so I'm just going to bring down the strength of my bump node a little bit. And if you zoom in, you'll be able to see that your object now has texture. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like without it, and then this is with it. So you can easily gauge how much of that you're getting by just touching up the strength. And the color ramp here is to just control how much of your object is actually getting the height from the bump node. So for example, if I bring this dark knob up, you're going to notice that all the green color just goes back to being flat, and we're just left with the orange depth. And if I move the white swatch, you're going to notice that the same starts to happen for the orange color. And if you just switch these over, you're going to see that the orange one goes down and the green one stays. So this is a really good way to be able to control it so you can get different results. That's also how I was able to create this sphere right here. It's literally the same setup going on. As you can see, I used that color ramp to take away some of that depth on the orange part, but kept it on the darker parts right here. And same for this burger here. So if you look at this patty, you're going to notice that it actually has some roughness that kind of just makes it kind of look more like a burger. And if I turn down the strength, you're going to see that that takes away a lot of the detail. So the bump node is really useful to be able to just get more out of your materials. But essentially, this is how you add depth to your materials using the bump node. I hope this has helped you in your Blender journey. Thank you for watching.